Hey, beautiful soul. Today we're gonna talk about how to raise your frequency when you feel really low. And the first thing, which one universe gave me the clue for you. This is like the way how you talk to yourself, the way how you seeing yourself in your mind. And for example, this is the way I'm gonna give you the example from my life. Like every morning before the job, of course I was wake up late, 5-10 minutes before the job, and you rushing. I was rushing, stressing, and all the time I was wearing the fresh clothes, and after that I was brushing my teeth. And because when you rushing, when you stress, of course what's happening, the toothpaste always was on somewhere on my clothes, and I was like extra piece of upset and frustrated, like, again this happened, all the time this happened, every single time when I brush my teeth, these things happen. And exactly what I was saying, exactly what I was feeling, I was putting the intention to the universe to exactly receiving what I didn't want it. And the point it was, literally nearly every single morning these things was happening, every single time, and every single time I was upset because this happening. And until one day I said, I have enough. And why this happening to me every day? And first thing, because I go sleep late, I don't wake up of enough time to do this in the slow pace. I wake up late with the negative attitude. I'm rushing, stressing, and when you're rushing and stressing, of course, logically, you make all the mistakes, and things like that happen. And now I told to myself, if I'm not yet ready to wake up early in the morning, I knew it clearly. I need to change something in the way how I do that morning to help me in the future wake up early, for example. But first, what I could change the small thing in this this low frequency routine which one I created, and this was my mechanism. So strong, like this mechanism, this negative mechanism took control over my behavior. And because I wasn't yet ready to go early sleep, for example, mentally, I wasn't yet ready to wake up early enough to make this happen. This was no chance at all yet in my mind. And I was upset, and I was thinking, but I knew it, I need to change something. And I was asking myself what I can do in this morning routine, at least tiny thing, to change, and I'm gonna see how things gonna happen. And I said, when I'm brushing my teeth, every time this happen, and what I'm doing, complaining. And I said, how I can turn this different way. And when I asked that, the universe showed me to just simple thing. Just don't wear the clothes yet. Change the way. First go brush your teeth, after wear your clothes. Simple thing. Now you can say it's the logic thing, but when you're repeating something constantly, and this is the way how you living your life for months, years, forever. Small logic things are not very clear in that moment, and this tiny bit, I never ever forget that. I realized about that years ago. This changed my life completely, because this small thing reduced the stress in the morning for me, reduced this anger on me, like, I'm again dirty, I need to change the clothes, I don't have time, blah blah blah. I saved a few minutes, and I saved I didn't use the negativity to maximum before I left, because after I was late through the journey, I was upset at work, everybody was upset at the work, I came home pissed even much more, and I was doing the whole day in the negative way. And small thing like that, this was one of the biggest improvement in my life. And the universe wants you, darling, to remind you, start with the tiny things, with the small things, to raising up your vibrations. And for example, what I have, you can say simple thing like a prayer, small, short, quick prayer. Every time when you low, doesn't matter if you believe in that prayer or not, just say it. Just say it for the peace of mind. Like, especially when you don't believe it. And this nothing costs you. You don't believe it, that's fine. Just say it. 1, 2, second, third time. Before you realized, lots of things gonna start to click in your life, and you're gonna realize how this small, unnecessary or ridiculous things actually have huge impact in your life, and these small things helping you to change. Also, for example, when I wake up grumpy, and I have the miserable day, I don't want to do anything else. I say first thing, even especially when I have the grumpy day and miserable, I open the eyes and I'm saying, thank you so much for this beautiful day. Even especially when I'm feeling like a piece of shit, and I start like that. Because the way how you start doesn't matter how you feel yet in that moment. Doesn't matter how you feel in that moment, but I say it before this day happened. But I said that. I put the small intention like that. Thank you for this beautiful day today. And that's it. And I was like, I'm sleepy, I'm grumpy, I'm lazy, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this. But I already said something positive first. And usually for example, for me, working like, you can say the prayer if you like. I like more move myself physically. I put some kind of yoga music or healing music, the vibrational music. If you're not yet on that stage, you can do any kind of music. And the point is, I'm standing in the middle of the room, and I'm like sleepy, lazy, and I'm moving like I'm. This looks like I'm dancing for the like the way of the punishment for me, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want, but I know this is gonna help me, and after like 10 or 15 minutes moving like sleepy, lazy, and unhappy girl, my vibrations start moving, my energy starts rising up, and before I'm realizing, I start to do more flows, like crazy moves. This is the dance when nobody see you. This is not like sexy dance. This is not like whatever dance in front of others. This is the dance when you're dancing with yourself, when you helping your soul to raise the vibration, because your soul gonna help you to be happy. But to do that when you're unhappy with yourself, normally the soul is disconnected. And I know already about that, and I know my responsibility is, if I want to make myself happy, I have to do some kind of moves to help my soul to meet me in some way, and my soul's quickly help me to transform this low vibrations, these miserable moments for me, to something much more positive. And I remember before, it took me a long time, like half a day I was like in a low vibration before I raised them up. With the time, now I need just half a when I have really tough low frequencies days, I need maximum half a day, half an hour to rise me up. Because right now I know exactly what kind of things working for me, and doesn't matter if I want to do them or not, I'm still doing them automatically like a robot, and before I'm realizing, I'm just enjoying them quickly, because myself practice something what makes me happy, and this is something like for you. But what I remember, I'm losing my voice right now. That's mean this is very important for you right now, like it's very precise for you. I remember when I was most of the time miserable, unhappy, depressed, all kinds of addictions, messed up life and whatever. And I didn't so many times sense like even to get up from the bed. And the point is, before I was doing the much more healthier rising up vibration for myself, first what I needed, the way how negatively how I was talking about myself constantly, to myself, about myself. And this was like 200 negative thoughts about myself in every hour. If I was living in my head in negative way, how I could be happy outside. First, we need to be happy inside to make this world, our world, happy outside. And what helped me the most in the lowest moments in my life, I remember, I was reprogramming my mind to positive thoughts. I was putting on YouTube in the background, even I was like, this doesn't work, blah blah blah, with negative attitude. I was putting like positive affirmations, like affirmations to vibrate my mood, affirmations for the low frequencies, affirmations for depression, affirmation for negative thoughts, affirmations for build my confidence or something like that. But the most important thing is, whatever kind of affirmations I was putting them and hearing them on my headphones, like I was miserable for 6 hours, laying down, sleeping, complaining about the life. But in the background, this calm, rising up vibrations music and these words is plenty of to choose. You can choose the voice, which one you want, the energy, which one you want, the music, which one you want, the words, which one they're using. Listen, I changed my life starting from small thing like that. In the background, this was saying how amazing, beautiful I am. And I remember when I was hearing that, I was like, please don't be ridiculous. Shame. Oh, please. Yeah, I'm powerful. I'm this. Oh, yeah. Oh, please. I'm like piece of shit. This thoughts was in my mind all the time. And I was like arguing with this positive affirmation in the backgrounds. And I was arguing with them about myself. But still, I was so unhappy, so low. And I said, doesn't matter, they can be somewhere there. And with the while, with the day, with the night, with 1 hour, 3 hours, 8 hours, with 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, I don't allow negative thoughts come my mind. When I catch myself very quickly, when I say something negative and I'm saying, oh no, darling, that's not you anymore. I don't, in that space, it's only positive thoughts and things about myself. Why? Because I needed to reprogram my brain. The way, this is like the computer. I programmed my mind about myself in so many negative thoughts, repeated whole day and night without the rest. Then of course, how you can be happy inside, like your program constantly telling you how shitty, how unworthy and rubbish you are. This makes sense what I'm saying? That's why it's time to put something positive in the background, and this work with your subconscious level. And doesn't matter if you believe or not, doesn't matter if outside looks amazingly or not, some energy working. When that energy working, that energy bringing much more, shifting your vibrations. This bringing the small thing brings the huge change, and this is huge positive impact in your life. And also I was healing my energies, like when this reprogramming, this positive affirmations, they work extremely, because nobody talking about yourself in so much in the negative light like you like you talking about yourself. And this is with every single human being. That's normal. That's normal, because we was programmed like that through our life. But it's not normal for you to continue that, especially now when you're searching for some kind of clues. That means from now on, you know something is not right. You know you want to vibrate yourself. You know you want to rise your light. You know about things like that now. And now it's time to add these small, tiny bits and pieces in your life, trying them to make this really happen in this material world. For example, I had issue to be kind to myself. Every time when I looked at the mirror, I was like, oh my God, you shame, or shame of you, or things like that. And what I was practicing? Stupid smile. Yeah, say what I was saying. I love you, Kasha, with a smile. It's so crazy hard to do that. And I put the sticky note on the mirror in the toilet to remind me every single time to do that. Oh my gosh, it was like a nightmare. For first few weeks, I was like literally standing like, who are you to, yeah. And I couldn't even smile. I was like fighting with myself to make simple smile. Look how sad it was. And I heard this silly things which I'm saying to you now. I heard a little bit here, I heard a little bit here, little bit I got some kind of guidance, and I was like, But I said, you know what? I'm already miserable. Why? This nothing changed because I don't believe in that. But also this doesn't stop me from do that ridiculous things, and yeah. And actually, these ridiculous small things changed completely my life. And before I realized, I didn't need this sticky note with the smile, say hello to me. Now when I see myself in the mirror, I'm smiling deeply from my heart. I'm saying like, hello, beautiful person. Hello, beautiful soul. Hello, gorgeous. And I don't give a shit what others think about me or how they feel about me. The most important thing is now I see this beautiful person who I am inside. And this beautiful person is expressing outside with ease. And also, what else I have? Like healing music. Through the night, I was living, for example, healing music. And or these affirmations or Reiki healing on everything you have on YouTube for free. Just intuitively ask the guidance, what is good for me, what suits me now, and put that somewhere in your background. The energy gonna be working. This is like they showing me like you turn light in your room. You can feel dark inside as much as you want. You can be completely dark. But when you turn light in your room, like switch the light, this is the energy. And the light doesn't care if you feeling dark or not. The energy of switching the light, bringing light to the whole room, doesn't matter what. And this is something like that for you. It's time for you, darling. Doesn't matter how you feel right now, today, with yourself. The matter is to switch these small things around you, and the energy gonna be doing their job. You don't need to have the light in the room to shine bright. You just need to switch and leave it, yeah? And you have light in the room. It's time for you, darling, to be more aware, meaningful about things like that. Switch some things and leave them on. Be miserable how you want and allow the energy do their jobs. And before you realizing, the way how you're gonna be feeling inside of yourself, it's gonna be incredible. You even can't compare, like the small things twist, transform your life, your inner life. Nobody gonna be seeing that outside, but inside you, you're gonna be like one of the most powerful people on this planet. And after a while, this gonna be glowing from you also outside. But this is the longer process. First, I'm sensing for you, it's more important thing to find the solutions which one gonna help you. Also, what was helping me, what I realized, is the way how I treat myself. If I'm miserable today, instead of being negative to yourself, like, oh, I'm again wasting time, I'm again you this, you that, whatever, start to be more aware how you talk to yourself in that moment. Say to yourself, like you could say to the sad, miserable friend, you won't be rude in that moment. You're gonna be polite, you're gonna be supportive, and you're gonna be gentle. What you're gonna say? You're gonna say, allow yourself. Oh, sometimes things like days like that happen. I know you don't like this, but don't put pressure on yourself. Just allow this to be, and sooner or later, this gonna go away. And the universe asking you to start being more gentle with yourself. Because when you're already on low vibrations, when you're already negative and miserable with yourself, when you're adding to that, like this pressure, like this critic side of you, like how dare you, you even more disgusting now than normally you are, like nothing I can expect positive from you. When you talk to yourself like that, you make these orders even more stuck with yourself, like literally not possible to break them through. And the point is, even if you feel like that, you can say to yourself, every time when you want to be negative about that to yourself, you can say, I have shitty day, I have bad day, I have miserable day, I have miserable 3 days, I have miserable week. I know this is quite a long time, but you know what? Sometimes shits happen. And sooner or later, I know the positive thing gonna come to myself. The higher vibration gonna come to me. The happy moments will come to me. I don't want to deal with that yet. I'm not yet ready to know why these things happen. But I know there is some kind of reason behind that. Weaknesses. Because I don't tolerate these weaknesses. I don't want to tolerate these weaknesses anymore. But I allowed myself to be in that moment of low vibrations. Because when you're fighting with yourself about that, you make this even more harder for yourself. When you allow yourself to sit in that, for example, for 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, without this extra critic on you, then you're gonna allow yourself to, you know what? I do something against myself when I turn this silly healing music, and I'm gonna be dancing like crazy person in the middle of the room with myself. Because you don't put that critic on, which one blocking you from raising up the vibrations. That's mean after a while of this negative low vibrations moment, you settle there and you searching for something different then. This is like you are supported to yourself, like your friend, like you gave that patch on your hand, like on your back, like everything gonna be fine. Don't worry. You're feeling shitty today, you're gonna be feeling better tomorrow. This is exactly that kind of thing. And when you do that kind of kindness to yourself, this allows you to bring something a little bit more positive to yourself, even if you don't believe in that. You don't have reason to not try or do that for yourself. And when you do that, before you realize, you're turning your grumpiness to more joyful, to like small positive change. But after a moment, you're gonna be realizing these small positive changes have extremely powerful impact on you, your life, how you see yourself, how you react with yourself, how you treating yourself, why you rude to yourself like that, why you criticize yourself like that, why these weaknesses has such a big impact and temptation over you. And you're gonna be finding the reason behind them. And usually the reasons are from childhood, traumas, the way how you was growing up, the way how the parents was treating you, school, all the authorities was treating you the way, and in the way you lost yourself. And that's normal. That's why you're sad. That's why you have low vibrations. That's why you are miserable, because you don't know, because you are unhappy with yourself inside, because you disconnected from your soul. And when you add these small things to yourself, and even I need to add for you, put some kind of comedy movie. When you have this miserable day, don't fight with it. If it's possible, put some comedy movie. Try to make yourself a little bit happy. Put some kind of songs which one you like. Even the things which one you know can already make you quite faster positive. And after that, you can add some small healing things which one make huge impact in your background. And for example, also one of the things is like the orgasm for yourself. Please yourself. Because usually we please ourselves when you go for a date and you have the amazing date, and somebody said so many nice beautiful things about yourself, build your confidence, yeah, and you had sex and you had orgasm, and what, and you feel amazingly, yeah. But the point is, you don't need to do pleasure to yourself only when you when you're already on the rising vibrations. You don't need other person to fill you with this high vibrations about yourself, build your confidence about yourself. You don't need the other person, because this is like you using the other person to make for yourself to feel happy with yourself. The point is for you, darling, right now, if you listen to that, if you're hearing that, the point is for you to start to finding that things from yourself, for yourself first, before you're gonna make the pleasure with other person. And the point is, if you can say nice things to somebody else, for example, on a date, yeah, build their confidence and be kind and see their beauty and have pleasure, orgasm, have nice food with them, a nice time with them. The question is, why you can't do these things for yourself, with yourself? One of the weaknesses of human being is like we need other things. We need alcohol, we need drugs, we need other person to fill it up as us, to feel ourselves, to rise our vibrations. This is for the person who is already stuck in these negative cycles and they don't want to see the improvement. You are in a different story. You're searching for the improvements. You questioning things. You finding solutions. And the point is for you, darling, it's time to make the pleasure for yourself. Be kind for yourself. See the beautiful part of yourself. The way how others, for example, on the date or your friends telling something nice to you about you, because they see that. The point is for you, darling, to see that about yourself. And that positive affirmation is gonna boost your kindness to yourself. You're gonna be changing the way how you see yourself. You're gonna be your energy gonna be juicing around you, for yourself, with yourself first. First you're gonna be filling up your self cup, and after you're gonna be enjoying the others' compliments. I'm hearing this is like if you have issues with receiving the compliments from others. When somebody sees something nice about you and you put time and effort and you look good and they say nice, you still don't appreciate that. Why? Because you can't accept the confidence, yeah, because you can't accept the what I'm saying, compliment. Why? Because you're feeling inside unworthy of it. And doesn't matter what you're gonna do outside, you still don't believe it in that, even if 10 people in the room gonna say that to you. Because you, when you feel unworthy, then how you can see that, how you can understand that, and how you can accept that. That's the point. Start to work on being worthy for yourself, in yourself. And one of the things when I'm stressful and when I'm really upset, when I'm angry, I jog, and I'm not like joggy person, not running person at all, but I go and I sweat like a pig and I'm like, all that negativity, I take it out from me. And this is working. After a while, I don't say every single time I'm not upset, but I reduce that anger at least 70%, and this is huge. And the same is with the low vibration. When you're feeling shitty, unworthy, disgusting about yourself, make yourself pleasure. Doesn't matter which way you choose to please yourself. But remember, orgasm is one of the purest unconditional love in the physical material world, which one universe have pure connection with you to give you that unconditional love. Because the universe don't need you to be perfect and looks amazing, smells amazing to give you that unconditional love. The point is you to open up to receive it, that unconditional love from the universe. When you receive it and accept at least a little bit, you're gonna be changing your life more and more and more. When you're blocking the door from the universe, then how the universe can help you to feel better with yourself. Do small things around you and this thing's gonna be, I'm hearing, like protection for you, for your happiness, for these good energies around you, to make them working for you, if this makes sense. And from now on, instead of sitting in dark room without the light and the darkness inside of you, with a while you're gonna be switching switching the light in the room. You're gonna get few small things. You're gonna just switch 1, 2, 3, like me now. And I'm like half an hour, and I'm like, I start the day, and I'm for example, when I'm grumpy, I had this few dances, this, and you know what? Before I go to the job, I please myself, and I'm coming like 7:15 a.m. to my job place. Everybody like, and I'm like, hey guys, blah blah blah. Oh, nice to see you. Oh, you have you changed the look. Oh, this. How's your week? And everybody like, it's 7:15. How you do that? Why are you so happy? And I look at them. You know why? Because I pleased myself, because I raised up my vibrations first for myself. I said nice thing to myself in the morning. I said thank you for a miserable day, the way how I was feeling, and I said I choose to turn that switch on and make myself feeling beautiful, feeling good, and start my day in the positive way. And at work and after work, even if something negative gonna happen coming my way, I don't allow this to overcome and take control over my whole day. Why? Because I switched something positive in me. I help myself to boost myself before I start the day, or even during the day. When something is miserable or I'm feeling drained or something like that, I do the same thing. I switch one small thing which have huge impact on me from now on, and next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Now it's time for you to be more realized about the way you can be miserable whole day. You can be miserable only 6 hours during the day. You can be miserable only 3 hours during the day. You can be miserable just 1 hour during the day, or one day. You realize you're gonna find your methods, and you're gonna be miserable just for half an hour, and you're gonna say, you know, it's time to switch that, darling, and enjoy my whole day instead of being grumpy whole day. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling grumpy. I'm chit-chatting today like, I don't know. I hope so. You can get something what I tried to share with you, to show you how important is the small, tiny things, especially in the backgrounds, and especially if you don't believe in them. That means usually they are the most fruitful for you, because I'm the pure example of that. And I wish you all the best, beautiful soul. Hey.